Last time out, Chacha Vauzz challenged the Rockies to pick up a win in each series, and they accomplished that, with Chacha Vauzz also getting a hit in every single game of our last episode, as we look to continue that here today. And it begins with Chacha Vauzz seeing a boost to his contact versus lefties, leveled that up 84 apiece. Now, we do face some tougher competition in this episode. We begin with a two-game series versus the Dodgers, 21-8. We then get into the month of May, starting with a series against the Reds, who are 18-11. And then we'll finish with a three-game series against the Baltimore Orioles, 16-13. The trend is all these teams are above 500. So as we get stuck on in to Coors Field, hosting the Dodgers, we're really going to need Chacha Vauzz and his team-leading 20 RBIs to help lead the charge. We'll be out in the field as we get the top of the first underway with Rengifo stepping up in the batter's box. Jaden Hill has been on the mound, and he's had some up and down appearances for us so far this year. See if we could get him an easy out to start the day with a tapper over to Chacha. He's well in front of that one. And we'll make the throw to first with a good start to the first game here against the Dodgers. Now we just got to make sure we keep it up as we're facing Yamamoto on the mound, and we do have a runner on. With that 32 speed, one out here, Chacha Vauzz, 254 batting average, takes that one low. With Yamamoto struggling to find those strike zone, a couple close pitches, he falls quickly behind. 3-0. And Chacha will take a 4-pitch walk to open up his day. We've already taken more walks this season alone than I think we've taken in the entire series prior to being traded to the Rockies. So Chacha Vauzz definitely changing up his approach at the batter's boxes. That one is going to take a fly, maybe a step or two behind where center field started. Nothing good there from Taglia. No one advances. We'll then have to rely on the 2024 Gold Glove Award winner in Tovar. I think when we were traded here, I said how the Rockies didn't have any sort of players like that. Well, we do, as he looks to get a hit down here. Having to pause up there. Chacha dives back in. Bases loaded with the single from Tovar. But we do not score a run. Instead, it'll have to be up to Brenton Doyle to get that job done. Need a hit through the infield. Chacha Vauzz with a couple extra steps here. And getting under one, it's going to go back in left, but plenty of playable distance behind the left fielder to collect. Yamamoto gets out of the jam, keeping us deadlocked at 0 apiece. And honestly, I got to be pretty happy about that, facing the Dodgers and the rough kind of pitching we have seen from this team early on. Now, Grichuk stepping into the batter's box. He has 2 on, 1 out. 0-1 count here for Hill, so a double play could go a long way. And that's what we're going to look for here. Chacha apparently just more or less getting in the way, but we still turn that double play. Not sure why Chacha wasn't allowed to get into the mix on that double play, but it is what it is. And it is what it is with the score as well. 5-2 as we jump to the bottom of the third, so a whole lot taking place since that double play as Chacha misses on that swing. But it's already DJ Hearns checking in here for the Dodgers. A new pitcher, bottom of the third. Hopefully Yamamoto didn't end up getting injured in some which way, and just the 2 runs that scored that got him pulled. But Chacha down here, 0-2 in the count. Waits for his pitch, and he connects on the swinging bunt. Gonna have to try to leg this one out, and he will have it by about a step and a half, maybe 2. And that will move along the hit streak. Mark it game number 13. He always seems to pull that out when he knows he has to get something there. And with a 3-2 count here, it's Taglia. Dino is excited here. Chacha with that extra step. He looks to go with the pitch headed home, though might have to get on back over to first. Flip it and reverse it, and he will be back in no problem. Taglia flies out. Tovar now 1 for 1 with a single that loaded the bases last time. A single this time could perhaps do a little bit of damage for us. As Chacha goes on that leg lift, he will be sliding in feet first. That's how you know you have that bag easy. That gives the Major League's leading base stealer yet another one. Taking an extra step as the pitcher watches him. As he goes here, he slides with the throw coming from the catcher well high. Chacha takes the base, but it is a strikeout on Tovar. So Brenton Doyle, it's once again back up to you. Chacha has moved 90 feet from the plate. Just got to get something done. He takes 2 extra steps. This one is in play, and I think that one was speared by the third baseman. Doyle comes up empty for Chacha Vauzz. He was doing a lot of running there for not getting anything really out of it. As it's a 6-4 ball game here, bottom of the 4th. Once again with that 32 speed at first, 2 outs. And goodbye, baseball. Chacha's back again with another home run. A 2-run shot to tie this game. Vauzz has definitely brought a whole different kind of length of power to his game here in Colorado. That one goes 373, not a deep one. But the runs still count as we level things up here against the Dodgers. Fortunately, just wouldn't last too much longer. Bottom of the 7th, it's a 7-6 ball game. Once again, that 32 speed. Not a rinse and repeat, though. That was a home run ball. The sweeper left hanging in the top 3rd. Everything in that area here has Chacha down 0-2. And he swings by the 4-seamer, middle outer edge of the zone. Might have been a ball. Chacha struck out, sat down, I believe, for the first time this game, or at least in a couple at-bats. The Dodgers would open it up from there. Will Smith stepping into the batter's box, 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI single in the 3rd. He's got 2 more on here, top of the 8th. 1 out. Molina on the mound for us. Hard hit ball through the infield. Might look to score 1 more. No pausing up there. Heck of a throw from the outfield. Would have beamed him. Instead, bases are juiced. And we don't get to watch the Dodgers do anything fun with it. Instead, they open up a 14-6 game here. We talked late last episode how these late game innings typically have not gone well for us. But Chacha will be up to bat here as McMahon gets on the bases. Now, we did have that home run earlier we could use with another. A 2 for 3 day for Chacha Vauzz. That's another home run ball in the upper middle 3rd. Even Chacha knows he missed that one. A little bit off on the swing coming in late. Count goes 0-1 here for Evan Phillips and nearly hits Chacha there with the sweeper breaking in. Hear a little bit of boos coming in from Coors Field. They love Chacha here. He sparked some life in the team. Count now 1 apiece. And the sinker fouled off again, upper middle. Everything here outside of the sweeper in at Chacha's thigh has been in the upper bit of the zone. But that time he had it in the bottom middle. And Chacha will end the game with a chopper down the middle. Short touches second, and it will be a 14-6 loss here against the Dodgers. But in 7 of the innings, we kept this game mighty close. However, if we're going to keep our streak of getting a win per series alive, Chacha Vauzz is going to have to do even more than leading the team in RBIs and leading the team in home runs. Keep in mind, he's not a home run hitter. He is built more so for pure contact and speed. Stealing bases, that's why he also leads the league in stolen bases as we are tested by Shohei Ohtani. Talk about league leaders. He's top 3 in almost every big category there is to keep track of. And no one on this time with 2 outs, 5 pitches to get the job done to this point. Ohtani to Chacha. Foul ball didn't quite stay in line. Otherwise, that would have been the double and the boss challenge complete. And that 98 gets by Chacha Vauzz. So far, 2 fastballs coming from Ohtani here early on. And then the breaking sweeper has Chacha looking like a fool. Ohtani out of the top, quick and easy. I guess that's why the man is paid so much. Good news is, top of the third, we are still level here at 0 apiece as Max Muncy steps into the batter's box. A 245 average, 14 RBIs off of 4 home runs. He's playing at a slightly lower quality than Chacha Vauzz. That's just to show where Chacha is. No dig there at Muncy. As we look to get him out here, gonna have to time it up well is Chacha Vauzz. Ranging over. I don't know, looked like he might have jumped a little bit early, but he still gloves it. Gonna have to make the quick flip here. And he's got Muncy, who didn't look to be running all too hard. That has the crowds here hyped up in cores as we have yet another boss challenge. Yeah, we know we're facing Shohei Ohtani. This time we have a runner in scoring position. And it's a 3-1 ball game here. Chacha, it's your time to shine. Wasn't a good first at bat. The cutter in the upper inner third is fouled off. And the sweeper again has Chacha struck out. He's just expecting too much heat. It's not schemes. It's just a very good pitcher. They're going to downgrade us here. Our next at-bat against Ohtani has 2 on. It's not a boss challenge, but it is a dynamic challenge. Because we would love to score all runners here. Take a lead. Bottom of the 5th. Still got Ohtani on the mound, but at this point our hit streak is in jeopardy. His energy's all the way down, maybe a quarter full. And he misses the 96 fastball on the outside edge. Once again with that sweeper, and it has Chacha down now 0-2. Gotta make something happen. A tapper. Ohtani's gonna outrun him there. Ohtani gets Vauzz out 3 straight appearances. And it does strand a couple runners as well as we go top of the 6th. Teoscar Hernandez stepping into the batter's box, leading off the 6th, and still a 4-3 ball game. Chacha Vauzz has to get his head ready here. Keep that hit streak alive. Try to make a little boost to that morale by getting an easy out there on Hernandez. But we'll keep with the challenge in every one of these at-bats. This time, though, it's Kevin Ginkel on the mound, and we've got a runner 180 feet away. Hit a double or better, should plate the run, tie this game as we look to make a comeback here in the last couple innings. Chacha Vauzz. That should just about do it. Chacha gonna try to leg this into a double, sliding in. And it counts as the double. Game is tied. Hit streak continues by unlucky 13. Make it 14 for Chacha Vauzz as he barely snuck that one by the extended glove of the second baseman. For Michael Toglia, he might even be able to overshadow Chacha here, breaking his 0 stretch with 2 strikeouts and a pop-out. If he could hit the go-ahead run home. Chacha goes here early. That one is going to take a fly out in right, but Chacha Vauzz was headed on home. Sliding in, he's back to second with the throw just off the mark. No double play, and Toglia thought he had it. But no home run. Instead, Tovar with a chance then to break his 0. Vauzz dancing around. He looks to go. This is in play, and down in left, Chacha runs the Rockies in front, bottom of the 8th. Thank you, Tovar. On top of that, we would find one more insurance run, and we just have to get James Outman out here, man. Yes, I did go there. We've got Quijada on the mound. Quijada, I think I pronounce it differently almost every time. Chacha Vauzz lays out for it, but cannot cut it off. A runner on here for the Dodgers. It'll be up to the Dodgers' second baseman to try to keep this game going. He represents the tying run. That one's going to take a fly here out in left, but losing power. dies out as Colorado continues their streak of a win in every series, getting a game here on the Dodgers, splitting the 2-game series. Chacha Vauzz hit the tying run, was the go-ahead run, and they tacked on one more for the 6-4 dub. And while it's quite early in the season, it is important to note Chacha Vauzz is in second place in all-star voting for second base. Did I say second base earlier? Did I say second place? Either way, Chacha is both. And one would imagine that if you're in the all-star voting, someone would send you a pair of socks. They still have not done so. But you know what we could do here instead? We could get our plate discipline up to a 70. And we could head on into our next series. This time, we're on the road to Cincinnati playing the 18-14 Reds. We split our last series. I think it might be our first series this season that we didn't lose. So as we step up with a dynamic challenge, kickstarting the top of the first, we've got some work to do. And Chacha Vauzz would love to drive in every runner. And facing Andrew Abbott, who does have a 4-pitch mix. The curveball down at a 79, fastball with a high at a 94. And a questionable call there from Blue. Favorable for the Reds has Chacha down with a fastball painting the top and bottom edge of the zone. Vauzz swings here and fouls that one off. That keeps Abbott still well ahead here in the count. Chacha with another foul ball on a sweeper. Would have been a strike in the lower inside corner. Painting that way here with a third and fourth pitch, trying to sit Chacha down. But instead, he'll lay down the bunt. Not going to look to score anybody, but he will instead load the bases with no one out. Top of the first, and that hit streak is at 15. Chacha's definitely taken the go big until you are backed up and then make sure you get something done mentality here at the plate. Now for Toglia, the 3-2 count. Chacha getting a couple extra steps here, trying to get in the head of the pitcher, and he almost gets him there on the pickoff attempt. Low, just a little bit late on the tag. Vauzz once again taking a couple extra steps here. This one is in play. Chacha rounds but is out. We score a run, and we have still one runner on. Not exactly all what you're wanting to get done there with the bases loaded, but we do take a lead here in the first. And we're facing Elly De La Cruz, a man Chacha Vauzz talked a whole lot about at the beginning of our journey, and how he tried to model his game around Elly. Elly hitting for a little bit more power here, a little bit more consistency with a 325 average. Got a whole lot of speed. Though we're going to try to turn a double play on the man here with the man out at second. And well ahead of Elly over at first as we go around the horn for a double play. All in all, gotta love the start here. As now we have a boss challenge. Already faced Abbott here once. I guess he's feeling a little bit hot here heading into the top of the third. Chacha Vauzz with a runner 180 feet away. What do you got for us this time, Abbott? Well, we're definitely not going to swing on that curveball outside. We swing at a whole lot of junk, but that too trashy for us. So a 1-0 count here for Chacha Vauzz. 64 speed at second, and Chacha ahead of that circle change. Definitely thought that was going to be coming in a little bit hotter. Swung way too early for it. Count now 1-1. Ump gives that one a strike. I'll agree. More inside than out. Abbott ahead here, 1-2. Make that 2-2. Not going to offer at that fastball at chin level. We've done it before, but we didn't do it that time. Count now 2-2. Good battle here between Vauzz and Abbott. But the sweeper inside gets Chacha swinging. Boss challenge goes to Abbott. And the Reds would eventually take the lead. Top of the fifth, 3-2. Nobody out though. Chacha has a runner. over at first. 56 speed. Going to need a strong hit here to even try to bring him on home. And that's not going to do it. Timing looked good there, but he's way underneath it, popping it up just a couple steps away from the pitcher's mound. We'll have another opportunity in this one, top of the 7th, and now a 4-3 game. Zach Kelly has stepped in, a 4-pitch mix for him. Gonna throw a little bit faster speeds. Chacha likes faster speeds. But he doesn't like those inside breakers. For some reason, he just keeps on swinging at those. The pitchers will keep throwing them if Chacha keeps offering them. Kelly here. Goes back to it, though. That bunt very much foul. Good news, it was just a 0-1 count, so 0-2. Chacha stays alive for now. Fouling off that fastball, definitely outside the zone, but having to protect. Chacha feels the pressure to swing there. Count stays 0-2. That one was down in the dirt. Definitely a trashy pitch that Chacha went swinging at that time. I feel like he was just trying to do a little too much. Reds, though, do exactly what they need to do, and late on in this game are pulling away. 7-3 with a runner at second for Nick Lofton. Only one out here for Anthony Molina, who's recently checked into this game. Pitch number 4 for him here is going to be a chopper over to Chacha. And the pitcher gets in front of Molina to get the out at first, keeping the runner at second. As we jump on forward, it'll come down to top of the 9th. With Chacha in the batter's circle. We need a hit here from Bernabel, and he makes contact, but it's not going to be good enough. Chacha has a perfect view of the final out as Cincinnati takes game 1. He at least got that bunt in there early, but didn't really see a whole lot else there for Chacha. As we head into a rainy game 2 here in Cincinnati, we are 2 wins away from finally reaching double digits there. Meanwhile, Cincinnati is there trying to find their 20th win of the season. So as Chacha steps up, we swung at a lot of bad pitches in that last game. Let's clean it up here with no one on, 2 outs versus Nick Martinez. That's not how you clean it up, Chacha. Circle change well below the zone, almost in the dirt, has the count 0-1. Not swinging that time, count is level, 1 apiece. And he goes for the late bunt attempt, but the fastball is down the middle before he could get the bat off his shoulder. Good news, we'll have another at-bat here, top of the 4th with a runner on this time, and nobody out. But Cincinnati does take the lead. And Chacha fires that one foul. About a 20-degree launch, angle 92 off the bat. You get that a little bit more directed. Might have a hit, but Chacha is swinging at almost everything out there. Count is now 0-2. Fastball actually make that circle change well outside. This time it's a bunt, but it's off the plate, and Chacha is out again. Well, normally he's been a fantastic bunter. Martinez has him looking like a fool out here. We got to clean this up, Chacha. What's happened to you in this, really just this series? In play and so far underneath it for good contact, Elly De La Cruz collects the out. I think it all started when we were talking trash about getting Elly De La Cruz out. Perhaps it's a Cruz curse. I don't know. But we got at least a new pitcher out here. Is that going to spark something good here for Chacha as we're down 6-1? Rinse and repeat from the previous at-bat, but this time sent to second. Mid-8. That just might be the hit streak done and dusted, despite good timing on the previous 2 swings. And with Robert stepping into the batter's box here, Chacha not even on deck. 2 outs, top of the 9th, and we are down 4 runs. This one is not through. Elly De La Cruz closes us out, and that should be the hit streak done for Chacha Vauzz in his worst game, I would say, since being a member of the Rockies. And that puts a little bit more pressure on him here. One to bounce back from a really bad game, but also to make sure we pick up the dub here in the final game, avoid the sweep in Cincinnati, and make sure we keep the stretch going of at least one win in every series, at least since the beginning of last episode. Chacha Vauzz stepping up to bat here. The runner on first, now just one out. What we like to see. Chacha Vauzz, Chase Petty, making contact here, but looking to angle towards the foul line and caught in foul territory. Are we about to see another stretch of just pure bad luck here for Chacha Vauzz? Heading out to the field, it's Nathan Lowe stepping into the batter's box. He's batting average above 300, 7 home runs for him, 22 RBIs. Would like to keep that the same through this at-bat and lower that average as Chacha ranges over with a quick scoop, a quick throw, and a quick out. And if you want to fix the bat, this is the exact opportunity you're looking for. Bases juiced, top of the third. 4 pitches here with that 78 low, 97 high. And Chacha gives this one a ride out in center. It will be taggable at least to get us on the board. But still not a hit here for Chacha Vauzz, but a 1-0 lead versus the Reds. Unfortunately, no one else would bring home any other run from there. So we go bottom of the 4th. Spencer Steer stepping into the batter's box himself, 0-1 with a ground out. And they're down 1-0. We got Dolander on the mound. Chacha Vauzz in a little bit of a slump right now, but looks to make good plays out in the field. Gloves that one. Now just has to have a good throw, almost a bullseye to sit him down and end the 4. Now, we talked about a great opportunity last time. No one on this go, but it is a dynamic challenge for Chacha Vauzz. That means we need a base hit. He's been normal swinging of late. Perhaps getting back to some contact might just help out. And not swinging at that one is a great start here. Round of applause for Chacha Vauzz. Taking one high. We'll make that 2-2 with a pair of foul balls. And 1 strike and a 2-seamer that very much should have been a strike, but counted as a ball. Chacha here swings at an inside one, once again heading towards foul territory. Luckily, out of the field of play, otherwise that would have been another out in foul territory. Taking another 4-seamer high, Chacha runs the count full. And right now we're seeing almost everything from Petty. Is this going to be the hit? No, it hangs. A shuffle step in at center. Running up the pitch count, but that's about it there from Chacha Vauzz. The problem might be this sweater that he's wearing almost, although I can't quite tell if that's actually not a sweater, if it's actually just one shirt, but in the design of a sweater vest, I'm not sure. He's not Cyril Figgis, so maybe that is the problem. But Chacha will get the out to end the 6. And he'll once again be gifted with a dynamic challenge. Top of the 8th, go-ahead run, 90 feet away. We all know what Chacha likes to do in these scenarios. A.J. Minter is on the mound. And Chacha with the bunt, but it chops foul. Count now 0-2 here for Vauzz. A.J. Minter, what do you got for us? Chacha again attempts the bump, but misses on the fastball outside. Now behind in the count, 0-2. And they're playing their strikeout prepare music, but Chacha gets a piece of that fastball. Minter, 1 outside, 1 about middle, 1 low. No balls yet. That would have been 1, but Chacha tried. Looked like he went to pull back there late. Momentum carries him through. It's a strikeout, stranding the go-ahead runner. Gotta feel like he was just too dialed in there to getting that bunt rather than seeing what his options might have been with a full swing earlier in the count. Stuart Fairchild, though, no one on for him. 1 out, bottom of the 8th in a tied ball game. Victor Vodnik trying to keep it that way. This will be a tapper to Chacha. Gonna have to take some few steps in. And once again, look to get an out there over at first. As we go to bottom of the 9th, Matt McLean has the bases juiced. Roland Francisco on the mound. There's only 1 out. 0-2 count. Francisco gets a pop-up here. That will keep everyone where they are. Vauzz running around here. Ellie De La Cruz, how you doing? And from there, we move into extras. We get out of the jam, and Chacha Vauzz, facing Brian Abreu, has the bases juiced. Well, you would love to hit a home run here, wouldn't you? A couple grand slams for Chacha to walk off games so far this year. Not an opportunity to walk it off here. And Chacha swings at the four-seamer outside. He's just been playing a little too aggressive here in Cincinnati. Takes that one outside and low. But he works that plate discipline here to a 3-1 count. Nothing's been where he wants it. High inside, that one called a strike. Count goes full. On a similar pitch to that circle change, called a ball. Chacha doesn't swing. And he's arguing with the ump, but that was a correct call. He is caught looking at the strike. Good news is we do take the lead 2-1. Nick Lofton looking to lead off the bottom of the 10th here for the Reds. They've got a little bit of speed at second. A solid hit might just bring him home. That one's going to be a bouncer. Got to make sure you get at least one out here. Chacha will throw to first. There's one out. Well, they're going to need another hit here as we now actually go bottom of the 11th. Nathaniel Lowe with a tied game. Nobody out. Tejeda on the mound. Still for us. A 304 average. That one's going to take a little fly out in left field. Caught. Runner does not look to advance. And we'll get another opportunity in this one. Chacha Vauzz 0 for 4. He battled well last time. Didn't like the last pitch thrown, so he didn't swing. But he's got 2 on here with 2 outs. Looks like we must have had someone walk. And a fastball just above the zone. Chacha swings well timed, but doesn't make any contact. Sam Mole trying to keep this game alive. Chacha hit to Ellie, who makes the play at second. If he's an inch shorter, I'm not sure if he makes that play, and Chacha would have had a hit. Just keep missing out on these opportunities. Now we go top 13. Nobody out. Chacha could be at least a go-ahead run here. As he looks to get 90 feet away, that one's down in the dirt. Sliding on in, a stolen bag here for Chacha Vauzz. Hasn't done too much in the batter's box in this series, to be quite honest. If he could find a way to pick up a win here, that's all we need. But caught by Martinez. Not going to get brought home there. Instead, Tovar to follow. Now with 1 out, Chacha Vauzz getting an extra step here. This one is going to be popped up, headed back in left. Chacha is not going to test that one out. Would have probably been thrown out for sure. So instead, 2 outs now. And once again, it's going to be up to Brenton Doyle, though having a good game. 2 for 3, 2 singles, a stolen base for him. I would honestly love a bunt here. Chacha getting as close as he can. That one skied out into left, but it does not carry, and we do not find a run. We're very much getting a whole lot of extra ball in this one. Bottom of the 13th, 1 out. Once again, it's Fairchild. Jeff Criswell on the mound for us, as they've got a little bit of speed again here at second. 42. Once again, played over to Chacha, getting in front of that one. Looks to make it a quick play to first. Make sure no risky play from the runner headed to third. They'll have Nathaniel Lowe stepping up to follow. 1 for 5 and runners on the corners. Criswell has to find a way to get out of this jam. He's got a 1-2 count, and that one's hit squarely through the infield. Lowe will finally end this game in the bottom of the 13th and ends a streak of bad games there for Chacha Vauzz. with 2 0 for days in a row, swinging at some nasty pitches and not able to really get a clean bunt off. Very much a rough stretch there for Chacha that actually sees him drop behind Ketel Marte for second for the All-Star voting for second base. We gotta quickly turn that back around. Right now, only 4K votes separate the two. We will ditch the sweater vest as we head into this one. We'll rock the all grays versus the all whites. One thing I don't like about in baseball, sometimes it's too hard to tell from a distance who's who. But Chacha, with a Rockies lead, steps into the batter's box. 1-0. Facing Parker here. We'll take that one on the corner, and calls the strike. A great pitch to open up the appearance here for Parker. And then Chacha falls now behind 0-2 with a fastball. He swings under. Got a battle here. Or get a piece of that one jammed inside, but it bloops down in center field. Pause up there, Chacha. We're not looking to get anywhere, but make that jersey, I guess, a little bit dirty. Before Parker kind of continues a rough stretch for him to open up. Already's given up the lead. Toglia now has a runner on with 1 out, so Chacha has to do his best to make sure we get out of any potential double play opportunities. He looks to go here. That's going to be a walk. So double play still an option here as Toglia makes his way over to first, but puts 2 on for Salvador Perez. 161 average, but a 5-time Silver Slugger. We need him to come through right here, right now. As Chacha goes, this is in play. He turns, making his way home, slides behind the catcher to double the lead. Aggressive running there, but it pays off for Chacha Vauzz and is an RBI for Perez. But we can't celebrate for long because Baltimore finds 3 runs come the top of the 3rd. So our lead is now gone. We got 2 outs, no one on. But that sounded really good off the bat, but does not carry to the awkward jut in out there in left center. Chacha flies out. We stayed down a run. The good news is we already have a hit in this game, so we can start a new hit streak in this series. I just saw the score bug. It's 9-3. Chacha Vauzz with no one on. Just try to keep getting hits here. No, anything can help at this point, but the pitching definitely letting us down. Another pop-up here will fly out in center field. Weak contact. Felt like it was decent timing. Honestly, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and it's pouring out here in Baltimore. 9-3. Colton Cowser stepping in with a 2-for-3 day, a home run, a single, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. He accounts for almost a third of all the runs here for the Baltimore Orioles. But he hits that one over to Chacha, a few steps in. We'll look to at least sit him down here. No hit for you this go. And it'll be a dynamic challenge to follow. Yet another one for Chacha Vauzz in the top of the 9th. How about we try to kickstart a 9-run rally? Because we're down 12-3 right now. It all starts with a hit. Chacha Vauzz average at 246, very much dipped in that Cincinnati series. And not a strong enough hit. Good timing, but some more weak contact has this game pretty much done and dusted. Baltimore will take the first game with ease. 18 hits to our 5. At the end, it doesn't matter how well we hit or don't hit, the pitching is giving up too much. I would love to see the team perhaps be a little bit aggressive at some point in bringing in some new pitchers. I mean, we do have Ranger Suarez, but behind him, we don't have much. And Chacha Vauzz with 24 RBIs leads the team. We're still looking to find our double-digit win on the season. We need 2. We have to finish the rest of this game with only dubs. We'll see if that's even possible here as we step up to bat. We've taken another lead. That is great here, top of the 1st. Don't think it helped us last time. Especially when we swing at things that are in the dirt. Chacha Vauzz down 0-1. And make that a strikeout as he attempted another swinging bunt on a pitch low outside. Well, he started the year off with some amazing bunt plays. they've dried up over the last series and a half. Good news is we have taken a 3-0 lead come bottom of the second. Chacha Vauzz not really helping in that aspect, but he could help out here by getting a double play as Kyle Isbell steps into the batter's box. Kong on the mound for us, a sharp hit ball over to Chacha. Look to get that quick flip over to second, sent to first, and we get that double play. While the bat may occasionally dip, the play in the field has been pretty clean throughout here for Chacha Vauzz. Looking to get a hit streak started, though, 0 for 1 with a swinging bunt strikeout. Just need to get something through the infield here. And it's a piece of that sinker that would have been counted as a ball just on the outside of the lower third. This time it is in play, but it is not through the infield. That'll be an out on Chacha, grounding out to third. You can sense a little frustration there from Chacha as well as he turned to head back to the dugout. We'll go bottom 3, though. Jackson Holiday, a .268 average, 3 home runs for him. OPS at .758. Been a pretty good start to the season for him. Count is 1-2 for Jonathan. Chacha Vauzz looking to continue a hot streak out here, at least fielding the ball. Gets in front of that one, and we'll have a clean throw over to first. Recording the second out here at the bottom of the third. All right, now, Rockies, they're batting well. Chacha, however, has not joined the party. As we go top 5, we're up 5. Runner on first, no one out. And that 12-6 curve had Chacha looking silly out there. He really just has to slow down. We're seeing a lot more off speed here of late. Slows it down a little bit, but still ahead of that sinker, 92, and falls behind in the count here, 0-2. 5-pitch mix, might see that fastball, 96. They tried it, he hit 94. It's another one Chacha fouls off. He fouls a lot of hits, more often than he strikes out. Will, however, not offer at that 12-6 curve, finally taking a ball here. 2 have been tossed to him, but it is a 1-2 count. But that one was awful. Splitter brings up Chacha. He's got to find a way to hit some of those off speeds. Just doesn't have the patience, it feels like right now, at the plate. Good news is, still up 5 runs. You never know, that could flip in no time at all. Chacha just going to have to make the play over here at first. Not enough time to flip it around to second. Runner does advance. And you know how I just talked about flipping? Baltimore scores 5. We're now level here. Top of the 8th with a dynamic challenge for Chacha Vauzz. We just need you to get a hit. We swung at a lot of bad pitches here today. We'll add one more to the mix. This one is at least in play, out to left, but it just won't drop until the left fielder gets under it. We're staring at another 0 for day here from Chacha Vauzz. As the Orioles score 2 more come top of the 9th. They've taken the lead. We do have the go-ahead run, though, at the plate in Jeremiah Jackson. It's in play, but that will do it. Hop over throw to collect the outs needed. Orioles storm back after being down 5-0 in the 5th. Might have even been in the 6th. And as the pitching lets us down, though, Chacha Vauzz does not help. 9 hits, we only score 5. So as we high step into the final game here today, Chacha Vauzz, we've done great in the past at having our best game be the final game. We need that here in Oriole Park. We need to get back in the win column. We're on a rough stretch of losses. Frankly, your bat has not been good. Make matters worse, it's a boss challenge to open us up here in Game 3 against the Orioles. Kyle Bradish, he's already given up a hit. Chacha Vauzz, he wants a double or better. With 1 out. A .238 average for Chacha. It's dropping, but it's up the middle. Chacha will have a hit, but it's going to have to pump the brakes there. You at least get the hit, you break the offer from the last game. We don't complete the challenge. But ultimately, we just need to win some games. Challenges aside, Michael Toglia has overtaken us in batting average now with a .246 average. Bradish, pitch number 17. will be through the infield, and Chacha thought that the guy at third was going to head home. He's got to turn around, get back over to second. Probably a good call, would have been out at home. Instead, we got bases loaded as Taglia gets the single through the gap between third and short. Now we need to make sure we capitalize. Tovar stepping into the batter's box, a .313 average. And Chacha with a couple extra steps here. This one is in play, dancing around here. Chacha will not have a chance to head home, but we will score one. He actually might have been able to leg that one out if he felt like being aggressive. But Tovar with the RBI single, and now we got Fernandez, the DH, batting .294. Once again, Chacha with a couple extra steps here. Bradish doesn't care. This one down, gonna bounce. Blocked well by the catch. Chacha gets the jersey a little bit more dirty. And now, Chacha again with that extra step. Getting in the head of the pitcher, does try that pickoff attempt. Maybe would have had him if Westberg was there a little bit early. Chacha trying to make sure Bradish doesn't offer his best here. That one is hit, speared out, and they double us up. Chacha should have ran with the throw off at home. But that's just very much unlucky play to get 2 outs there on what was a good hit from Fernandez. To make it even better, we're continuing with the boss challenge here. Bradish, not happy Chacha got a hit on him last time, though he didn't complete said challenge. He'll look to just continue with what he did last time, get a hit. Multi-hit days is what Chacha's looking for here. Currently 1 for 1. And he misses the fastball on the upper inner corner with good timing. He has 83 contact. All right then. Lays off the 12-6 outside. So far, it's at least balanced. Bit of bad, bit of good. Count 1-1 for Chacha Vauzz. In his second straight boss challenge. There it is! Goodbye, baseball. The perfect swing that sent it into the concourse to take the lead here against the Orioles with no one on. It's a solo shot. 107 even off the bat of Chacha Vauzz. And actually, we already had the 1-run lead, so we just widened that lead. We double it. So how about that for completing a challenge? Now, can we win this game? Ranger Suarez is on the mound for us. We have our ace out there. The bottom of the 5th, he's already up to 55 pitches. We could help him out here getting a double play. That one's going to get hit over towards short. Chacha covers the back, hits the tab. Now he throws to get the out. We go from short to first to collect the 2 for Suarez. We'll follow it with now a dynamic challenge. So they downgrade us a little bit with TJ Antone on the mound. I believe it's Antone. Again, always correct me if any of these are wrong, but 2 on, 2 out. Chacha Vauzz would love to hit a double or better. Got 59 speed and 67 apiece. Need a strong hit here from Chacha. Laying off that 4-seamer inside. I think that plate discipline is working its way back. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. Count goes 1-0. Vauzz doesn't offer, but the ump says it paints the edge. You could argue either way on that one. Leveling the count here, 1 apiece. And with the call there from the blue, forces Chacha to swing at that sinker, falling now behind in the count. Swinging at that fastball late, but he does get a piece. Looked like he was questioning that one, and it was probably one to not swing at. Count still 1-2 here. Chacha not swinging at that fastball. Learned his lesson from the last one. Levels up the count, 2 apiece. Battling here with the replacement pitcher in the top of the 5th. Already at pitch number 13. And Chacha with a piece of that one, but it'll be an easy flip over towards second. He didn't make full contact with it. They'll get him out of that jam. But why not follow it? Yet another dynamic challenge. We need some insurance here. We are not safe late in these games. Chacha Vauzz 2 for 3 so far, and he needs to really go 3 for 4. Orioles have already taken a 1 back here. It's a 1-run ball game against Cano. And Chacha gets a piece of that circle change on the outer lower third. Good timing, just didn't quite make full contact. Count 0-1. Missing on the sinker, almost dead middle. It's been good pitches to swing at, just haven't quite made contact yet. Pitch 3, Chacha with the bunt that rolls foul. Still my least favorite rule in Major League Baseball. Now this game is left up to Jake Fraley, as we do find some insurance, which is good, because Orioles did find their second run. It's 4-2. That one's going to get popped up out in center field. Rockies win the game. We get back in the dub column. Chacha Vauzz with a 500 day at the plate, including 1 home run shot, and indeed, we finish off today with our best game, I feel like, maybe since the first 1 or 2 of today. And perhaps the reason that we are seeing Chacha start to hit a little bit more home runs necessarily isn't because of the fact that we are playing Mile High. Because he's actually hitting the weight room a lot more this season, pumping some iron, and trying to make sure that durability is high so he could keep his play at a high level throughout the season. And as he taps out there with 12 reps of 135 pounds, we'll see that durability continue to go up. You know, we would also like to see our votes keep going up here for All-Star. We drop a lot more behind Ketel Marte. He's now rivaling Gleyber Torres up at the top. So we definitely have some work to do. We're going to need to make sure we're getting a lot more hits more consistently, more multi-hit days than just getting a hit apiece. So to help us try to do that here, Chacha has 15 tokens. I think we got to get that clutch up one, get that to 80. Now we don't have enough then to see a boost here to the plate vision. But what we could do is, since we were struggling a little bit here today with that drag bunt, we're going to see a boost there as well. And hopefully we'll make sure we continue getting a hit, at least 2, maybe 3, if more, all the better per game. And if we could do that, we could keep racking up these stolen bases. Chacha still well ahead right now in all of Major League. Actually, check that. David Hamilton out of nowhere. Last we checked, he was sitting around, I think, 9. He now jumps Chacha with a great stretch over the last few games. So Chacha very much needs to get those hits and get some steals so he could get back in front. And to make sure you don't miss out on those efforts, hit that bell icon on the bottom right if you have not already, or scroll down, hit that sub button. They both do the same thing, and making sure you're subscribed here to this channel. It's completely free. And if you hit the bell icon as well, you'll be notified when all these videos go live. And you're going to want to hit that because we have Madden coming out next week. I was scrolling through Twitter, because I still call it Twitter, and I saw something saying that they're actually going to release early, 7 days early for those who did their pre-order. So that moved up the timetable. We'll be finishing off the Jacksonville Jaguars next week. And then right after that, we'll be jumping into another live stream to kickstart Madden as well. So make sure you are there for that. And leave Chacha Vauzz some love, because while he struggled a little bit today, he bounced back big there at the end. So smash that thumbs up. We will be back next time as we look to continue trying to pull the Rockies to their double-digit wins. Something we probably should have had a whole lot earlier.